What is up? Welcome to Post Concert High, the podcast where the show doesn't end. Follow along as we chat about all things concerts, bands, and venues in the CLE. Do you have your ticket ready? Because the show is about to begin. Hello, welcome back.
Welcome back for our second episode release because we were both sick last week.
Yes, promised you 2 episodes and you're getting 2 episodes.
This was a good one.
I've been looking forward to this one.
I know, Danielle loves these guys. They're good. This was the Band Camino with Knox at the Agora. And we love all 3 of these things. The Band Camino, Knox, and the Agora.
Yes.
All right, so what are your thoughts on the show?
Oh, jeez.
Just start with
Where do I start? Where do I start? So, the Band Camino was the headliner. Knox opened for them.
Noise over here, don't mind me.
It was a sold-out show.
Mm-hmm.
The line was so long.
Yes, we were like a block away around the corner.
Yeah, and then there was even people behind us.
Yeah,
and I'm just thinking the whole time, I'm like, we're never going to get a good spot to stand. We're not going to find anywhere. But we got a railing spot, and I was really surprised.
So we have like we've talked about in our Agora episode, we have our area that it's like the second or third, what's it, like
step up.
Yeah.
Like
level up. So it's the main floor, but there's like levels.
Yeah.
So we like the right side by the railing.
Yeah.
And like 2 or 3 things up.
So if you ever are at a show and you think we're there, well, that's probably
where we'll be. You can come say hi. So yeah, it was a good show. It was sold out, right?
A sold out show.
Mm-hmm.
Sold out show.
Yep. And then Knox was the opener.
So Knox was the opener. So he's alternative pop rock. He's newer. He's been releasing music for a few years now. They're all Ohio boys.
No, yeah, they're from Dayton.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I love when we have people from Ohio that succeed.
They get it. Yeah, they just get Ohio.
Yes, for sure. Yeah, so they've been releasing music. Knox is the main vocals, and he does sometimes play the guitar.
Yeah.
And then Christian is on drums, and John is on guitar.
Yeah.
So I personally really like the song I'm So Good at Being Alone that he does. The first time I heard it was at the concert.
I hadn't heard it either.
Yeah.
That was like one of the only songs of his I didn't know.
Yeah.
So I was very prepared for this concert.
She listened to everything beforehand except the song. But yeah, so that one, I think it was just like the time we went and saw him, and like last year I was just learning like to be on my own.
Yeah.
And like when I listened to the song, I'm like, I think this is me. I think I just like being alone.
Right.
I like being by myself. I like doing things on my own time. I like just living life by myself.
Right.
And you can still have friends and do things, but like,
and I feel like that song is coming from an angle that I don't think there's any other songs out there like it.
I feel like it's always like if you're alone, you're like sad and depressed and like it's just boring and you don't have any, stuff like that. Like, but this one's more of like, I could play video games all night.
Right.
I'll do that instead of go to a party.
Yeah.
And I can sleep on the entire bed.
Right.
I'm
good with it.
I can do whatever I want.
Yeah.
So yeah, and they have a bunch of other songs too, right? Like,
yeah, they do.
Yes. So the one, it's called Not the 1975.
Yeah.
Danielle and I were talking about this before we started recording. That song is played regularly almost every day at my work.
That's so funny. And you didn't know that it was him.
I didn't know it was him until right now.
And that it's about the 1975.
Yeah, because like literally all I kept hearing was 1975. And like I knew that was in the song. And then like I looked this song up right now and I was like, oh, it's Knox. I definitely saw him do this.
Yeah.
It's so funny. So what are some of his other popular songs that he has?
Sneakers. Pick Your Poison. which is a newer song. Love Letters, which is a very well known one of his songs. And then You Happen just came out on Friday.
I have not heard that yet.
It's very
Oh,
good.
2 days ago?
Yeah.
Shit, not behind.
Yes, you are.
God, the usual.
Very behind. But those are some of his most popular songs. But he has a lot of songs. He has a lot of songs, but he has not released an album yet. His first album, Going Going Gone, is going to be out on April 4th.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
He really doesn't have an album, just EPs?
He has no album, so that's going to be his EP album is Going Going Gone.
So it's going to be like all these songs? Or different songs?
Pick Your Poison is on there, and You Happened. And then it's all other songs that he hasn't released yet.
Interesting. I might have to get that.
Yes.
Because I did enjoy him.
He's very fun.
It was a fun show, yeah.
It's very poppy, but still has that rock to it.
Yes.
He's really good at like engaging with the crowd, and I know he hasn't been around very long, but he's very comfortable on that stage.
But people knew his songs.
Yes, they did know his songs.
They knew a lot of them.
He sounds exactly the same live as his recordings do.
Yeah, he's a good performer.
Yeah. Like there's no difference whatsoever.
I like when people are good live.
Yes.
I feel like that shows a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely liked him a lot. I would have to say he's up there in my top 5.
Really?
We went to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was very, very surprised. And you normally say surprised.
Yeah.
But I was very surprised. I mean, I had heard his music, but I didn't know. You know how some people can have like really good recordings and then they're just like not the greatest live.
Yeah. They had a good setup on stage. They also had good lighting. I thought.
Yeah.
So did the Band Camino.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they were good. And it was only the 2 of them. So they both played a long time.
Yeah. Openers normally only play like 20, 30 minutes. He played for probably 45 minutes, an hour. I really liked this. Like, not that shows that don't have multiple openers isn't nice, but it's nice when it's just 2 artists and they really get to play a good chunk of their music.
Yes, agreed. It's almost like you're watching 2 like main people.
Right.
I agree though. Like sometimes it's just better having only 2 people.
Right.
Just gives more,
Right, because then it's
stage time to those 2 people.
Right, exactly. Because then if you have more, you get less of their music. Or the show is just so long, which we've been to one of those where it was 4 artists. 4 artists.
It was
and
a long
it's like
show.
By the time you get to the headliner, it's like
we're old now. We get a little tired and stiff and we're just standing there.
Like, I don't have the energy for the headliner now. And then the headliner just keeps going and going and going. It's like,
yes, agreed.
So
yeah, I recommend Knox.
Yes,
for sure. He's a good one to check out if you want like a fun, upbeat, poppy person to listen to.
Yes, if you like fun music, more on the pop rock side. I believe he's going to be going on his own tour. He's not coming back to Cleveland. Let me check. Yes, he is.
He is coming back?
No, he's not coming back to Cleveland, but he is going on tour starting in April. So between April 12th and May 10th, he will be on tour. Yeah, it's his Going Gone tour. Yeah, he's not coming. He's coming to Columbus. He'll be at the Newport Music Hall in Columbus. And then he'll be in Philly and Chicago. So
road trip. I would go to Columbus.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun little trip.
Yeah.
Because 2 hours is not, that's not too bad.
No. And they have a lot of great music venues in Columbus.
Yes.
Really do.
Yeah, they do. I also just like Columbus as a whole. I just like to check out new things.
Yeah. It's a nice area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, so if you're in another part of Ohio that's closer to Columbus or even up here and you want to drive to Columbus to see a show, it's
Yeah.
definitely worth the drive to see him. And
For sure.
his new album will be out, you know,
Soon.
May 4th.
2 months?
So I think that's after
month.
he starts on his
1 month almost.
Yeah. So he's going on tour after his album comes out. So I'm assuming he'll be playing some shows from his album,
Yes.
which will be fun.
Yes.
But yeah, that's his music is just really fun. And it's really easy to resonate with it.
Yes.
And I feel like it's there's a good range, diverse
For sure.
topics that he discusses in his songs. So.
Yes. Yeah, I just he was a genuinely enjoyable show.
Mhm. Yeah.
Like I didn't know any of his stuff and I had a great time.
That's good.
Like I was like, wow, this is cool. I would listen to some of his songs. Like
Yeah.
I like when we go to concerts and I find music, like new music, and I'm like, this is my new, I'm gonna listen to this every day, 24/7 song.
Like Census playing.
Good luck, babe.
Yes.
I listened to that for a really long time. I sure did. That's so funny.
I feel like that's happened a lot for you though.
Mm-hmm.
Of like
Telefono.
that you find it like one song.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say every show, but a lot of the shows you've found a song.
Yeah, I just like
really
hyper
like that
fixate
song.
on one song because it has something to do with like my life in some way.
Yeah.
So I'm like, this is it. This is the song I will know by this band. Just this one song. But it's fun. It's worth it. It's he was good. I enjoyed him. And then after his set, he actually just stood up in one of the boxes. Wasn't he upstairs or was he downstairs?
He was downstairs. So
but,
like
in like a box area, right?
Yeah, there's like 2 boxes right next to the stage. I'm assuming they keep that maybe for VIP people.
Yeah. But he stood and like he literally just hung out and enjoyed the show with his band.
Right.
I thought that was really cool, but maybe I just don't notice it at other shows.
I don't think I've ever seen that at other shows where the artist is like, "Hey, I want to see this headliner."
Right.
So, that was really nice that
it's good to see bands supporting bands.
Right.
And I think they usually do. We just don't notice it because we're just paying attention to the concert.
Yeah.
But
like me who gets sucked into it and doesn't pay attention to her surroundings.
It's okay though. It's okay. That's what I'm there for. I'll just watch everything else. I usually watch like the security guards and stuff and how they interact with people and
yeah.
Usually at the Agora because there's that one security guard that stands right at the bottom right by us. And I always just watch him.
Yeah.
Like, what are they doing to like accept people down there?
Right. I don't think they're counting. I think they're just watching the space. But it's like, how do you know?
Yeah.
Maybe some of them have worked there just so long that they just know.
Yeah.
But
I think we should also talk about the fact that so many people crowd surf at these things. Did they do it at this show?
I feel like there was not crowd surfing at this show. But there was so many people at this show.
Yeah.
Because it was sold out. It was a little tight.
It was a little tight, but it never felt terrible.
No.
Was this the show that drunk couple was at?
This is that lovely show where there was... Yes, I'll let you tell this story because I didn't even know.
Did we talk about this yet? I don't even know. If you guys heard the story, I'm so sorry.
I think it might have been discussed in the review of the Agora, but I'm not 100% certain.
I don't know if we went all the way.
I will let you tell the story because you're the one that saw it because I was so immersed in the music.
So I'm a very much, I like to people watch and be aware of like everything that's around me. And I was watching this one couple. They were like trashed. Like they definitely probably drank beforehand and then were drinking there. And like they were just stumbling. And the one thing that got me, and I probably would have been super pissed if it happened to me, like the girl spilled her drink on some random person. I would have been pissed.
I would have been very pissed.
I would have been so mad. Knowing that I have to change my shirt if I like get one little like dot of something on it, like mustard or ketchup. I'm like, I can't wear this now. This is not okay. Just because it's not even like the fact that you could like see it. It's like the fact that it's on my shirt and it's dirty now.
Right.
So now I'm like, okay, I need to change my shirt because I'm gross. Like my whole body is gross now because of this small little dot of mustard. But
So imagine getting a whole beer spill
nope,
on you.
I would be like, I would be shirtless there. I'd be like, it looks like I'm going shirtless. And then we'd get kicked out, not the drunk people. Like, ma'am, you have to have a shirt on.
Right.
Like, I can't. Anyway, they were very drunk. Did they ever get kicked out? I feel like they did, or they went. They got accepted into going down to the.
They did.
I was like,
yeah. So they were on the level in front of us. So they were, down below, but they were right there. So they were trying to walk up towards the railing, and that's when she spilled. And then people were literally pushing them back. And then nobody was shoving them.
Oh, yeah. Like, they were just like, no, you're not going up.
They inched their way up. Yeah. And they're like, you need to get out of here.
Yeah.
So then they went down to the lowest level in front of the stage. And I don't know what happened to them after that, but they were
very gone.
And I have a hard time with that because I feel like it's very disrespectful to the band.
Yeah.
Like, you paid to come to the show.
Right.
And you're going to come that blitzed that you aren't going to remember anything.
And it's a waste of money.
Like there could have, that show was sold out. There's 2 other people out there that probably wanted to come to that
and
show.
would have enjoyed it.
And would have enjoyed it.
And remembered it. Right. Yes.
Like, I'm all good for, having a good time.
Yeah. Good buzz, sure. If you can remember it and you're not being disruptive and rude and terrible, then sure.
Right.
Whatever. But, the moment you're just, belligerently drunk and you're stumbling and running into people and spilling your beverage,
right.
Nope. That's not for me.
You're disrespecting the people at the show.
Yeah. You're disrespecting everyone there.
Yes.
Literally everyone. And I get it. You have a freedom of speech and freedom to do whatever you want.
Right.
But that's something I will not. I don't get.
If you want to get that trash, just stay home. Or go to your neighborhood bar and annoy them.
Yep. And then walk home. Don't drive.
Yes. Yes.
I hope they had a ride.
I hope so. I mean, there's normally cars waiting up front.
True. They have taxis and stuff.
Yeah. So
that was
hopefully they had somebody picking them up.
I hope
there's no way either of them could have.
If they had a Tesla, they could just have the Tesla drive.
Yeah. How does that work? Do you still get DUI if you get pulled over and the car is driving itself?
So in a Tesla, you have to always it knows where your eyes are. So it makes
creepy.
Yeah, it's a little creepy. So it makes you watch forward.
Okay, so it's not like you can take a nap or anything.
Correct. It makes sure that you're actually looking at the road.
Okay.
You're not touching the wheel. You're not touching the gas or the brake. So it's literally doing everything.
Does all of them have it, or is it only in certain models?
I think all. I mean, obviously the cheaper ones
probably don't.
I don't know though. I don't know much about that,
but I'm just wondering, legally, how that would work in the judicial system of if you get pulled over and you've been drinking.
Is it because?
But the car's driving itself.
Do they have proof though?
Right.
They might have. Is there a thing?
The cars have computers.
So it would be registered saying that it was self-driving, but you're still behind the wheel.
Right. You're still technically operating.
Yeah, I don't know.
But there's just that gray area there. I wonder how that works. I don't know.
Yeah. Something we'll have to look up. Something we'll have to.
If you know, shoot me a message.
Yeah, that's something we just were wondering about.
But yeah, that was this show where that lovely couple.
Yeah. But then something that was a little more enjoyable at that show. That's the same one they had the songs playing between. Where it was just all 90s and 2000s songs. It was so good.
It was so fun.
Everyone was singing Avril Lavigne and Backstreet Boys, and it was a great time.
It was a great time.
You could tell that the crowd was all our age.
Yeah.
Even by how they were dressed and
right.
I don't know. You could just tell.
I had no idea that they had so many followers.
I didn't either. But I also just didn't know who they were.
Well, And like if you listen to our tops
Mhm.
of what was last year,
So 24.
2024.
Yeah. Something like that.
I talked about how I only found them like a month before the show.
Yes.
So I knew their music because I was very well prepared for the show. I think I like their music, so I wanted to really enjoy it. So that's why I listened to everything ahead of time. But I
Yes.
didn't realize they were so popular. I mean, they've been around for 10 years now,
That's crazy.
right? It's like, how have I not heard them before now?
And they're from, so the Band Camino is like an alternative indie rock electropop
Yeah.
type sound. Um, and they're from Memphis, Tennessee. Are they all from Memphis, Tennessee? Did they all?
I didn't look up the backgrounds of each of them. I would assume that most of them are from, if they were all going
Oh.
to.
Okay, so it was formed in 2015, and all four of the band members were students at the University of Memphis. So
Mhm.
technically that doesn't mean that they were all from there.
Right.
Huh,
But
interesting.
there's 3 of them now.
Mhm.
So,
And the 3 of them are Jeffrey, who does the vocals, keyboard, and guitar, Spencer, who does vocals, keyboard, and guitar, and Garrison, who is the drummer and bass player,
yeah.
but mostly drums.
Yeah. At
Got
the
it.
show, he was playing drums.
And they had another guy playing bass.
Yeah, they did have somebody playing bass. I don't know who it was. If they introduced them, which
I think
artists
they did.
normally do, I just don't remember it.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah. So they have a lot of popular songs.
They have a lot. I think I like you. See through. Daphne Blue. Crying over you. One last cigarette.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping they're gonna be having new music come out
Mm-hmm.
this year. They've been
Do you know of anything?
teasing.
Oh.
They so they stopped posting at the end of their tour, and they just started posting again. So they've been teasing, videos of them in the studio and stuff. So I'm hoping they're going to be releasing new music soon, and hopefully another tour.
Yeah. That would be good.
But
What was your favorite song by them that they performed?
like hearing it live, was the Black and White.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, which I had never heard that song before this show.
It was good. I think that was when he was acoustic, right?
It was acoustic, and
It was just
Spencer
him.
sings it.
Yeah, it was just him on the stage, right?
Him and Jeffrey was still up there, so they played for a while, like
Yeah.
as an entire band,
Yeah.
and then in the middle they like kind of let Garrison and the bass player take a break.
Yes. Yeah.
And they just went acoustic, like they rolled out a piano,
Mhm.
like I'm talking like
It was so
elementary school looking
Yes.
piano, and it was really
The
cool.
ones that were in the classrooms. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was just Spencer and Jeffrey playing like acoustic
Mm-hmm.
versions of their songs, and like songs that they normally don't have out acoustic. They're
Right.
just playing them acoustically.
And it's so nice. I love that that break
Yeah.
of just all the heavy
Right.
music, and then you're just going to the acoustic. So like it's almost like a time to just like debrief and chill and just
Right.
like kind of come down from everything, and then they bring you
Right.
right back up when they do the ending.
Yeah. But I had never heard that song before.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful song, and they play it pretty slower on their recording, but then to hear it acoustic
Live.
and just raw, I mean, both of them have beautiful voices.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Like
They were really good.
they're both, I mean, all these artists, even Knox, they're all very talented, but
Mhm.
like I don't know, they just started playing that song and I definitely got teary-eyed and cried
Yeah.
because it was just so.
So besides from the Black and White moment, do you have another moment from their show that you really liked? Like a song or something that stuck out to you?
Songs About You is one of my favorites
Mhm.
of theirs.
Mm-hmm.
That one was probably my favorite.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite? Like, you really didn't listen to them before, right?
I did not. So everything that I heard was there pretty much. Like that was
Fresh.
it was fresh. I don't remember any songs that stuck out to me, but I thought that they put on a really good show, and the length of the show was like
It was very nice.
it was good.
Yeah.
Because it's like if I'm going to see an artist and I'm going to pay money, like I guess this is more for like bigger people. So like if I'm paying a crap ton of money to go see someone who's really big, like I want to see them for a good amount of time.
Right.
So the fact that like we paid not that much money for their tickets and then they still paid or played for like an hour and a half to 2 hours, like
Yeah.
I think that says a lot about them.
Right.
Like that says that they want to make music, they want to play music, and they want to make their fans happy.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was kind of refreshing to see that there are people who are really like, they obviously want to do this and they want to do it for a living and they want to, you know, get out there and get as much out there as possible and play for as long as possible.
Right.
So that was really cool.
Yeah. They're very fun. I feel like Knox and the Band Camino meshed well as a show.
Yes.
I feel like it just fit together. Like they're very unique and different, but at the same time it
fit. Like it was like similar but like not really. Like it was the vibe, even though their music was different, like the vibe of who they were, I feel like as a person just made it fit really well.
Yeah.
Like I don't know.
And the Band Camino is very unique.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard another artist that's similar to them. Because they do that like electro pop thing, but they're still like alternative.
Now,
rock.
do you notice you said they have 2 or 3 albums, right?
3.
So do you notice that each album sounds different? Do you think like more like one album is like more electropop versus, or is it like all mixed in?
Some of their songs are more electropop than others.
Yeah.
But I feel like you can tell it's a Band Camino song.
Yes, just by
But they have a wide range of music, but it all fits. Like it all goes together somehow. But it's all very unique and different.
Yeah.
And I like that they go back. I mean, Jeffrey is singing vocals the majority of the time, but I like how it's Spencer too.
Yeah, because when you think of a band, you usually have one lead singer, and that's the one who does most of the lead singing. It was nice seeing them go back and forth, and it also gives them a break to like get water and like have time to make sure their voice doesn't die. You know?
Right. I feel like a lot of bands are doing that now, though. Like we saw Daisy Grenade.
Yes.
There's 2 female
and they would go back
and they go back and forth, but their voices were very unique and different, but they meshed well together.
Really well, yeah. Agreed.
I think it just adds more layers.
Yeah, and character to the band.
Yeah. When you're doing something like that.
I completely agree with that. Yeah, I thought they did really well, and it was a really solid show.
It was overall my favorite show of the year.
Yeah, I know it was.
I think I was just so surprised because I had found them so soon.
Right. And it just like
and I was just like, oh my God, they're amazing. Like, how have I not heard of them until now? But
random question. Did you get any merch at any of the shows we went to?
Yes.
Which one?
When we went to Letters to Cleo.
Oh, yeah.
I bought, it's not like really merch. I bought 3 buttons.
I remember that, yes.
Other than that, no, I never buy merch. I don't.
It's expensive.
Well, it's expensive. Well, and okay, so I worked at a t-shirt transfer company for years, like 7-8 years.
Right.
So it's like I know the value.
It's like $3
of a t-shirt.
Right.
And whether you get something screen printed or it's a transfer. So it's like, you know, when these bands are selling t-shirts
for $30,
$40, and it's like, yeah, I want to support them, but I'm already supporting them by being here.
Right.
Do I need a $40 t-shirt
That's worth $3.
that's worth, you know, yeah,
It's
$3. I have a hard time buying t-shirts anywhere, like on vacation or whatever, because that business just ruined me. Like, I know how much that t-shirt's with. Before that, I would have never looked twice. And it's like, now I look at the actual like print on the t-shirt and I'm like, oh, that's screen printed. It's junk. It's going to start cracking. Or, hey, this was a transfer. It's still going to probably end up cracking at some point, but not as soon as the screen print. But it's just like, it's just that business ruined it for me.
I mean, I could see that though. Like, it's pretty crazy, but that's anywhere now.
Right. But I did like it when we went to the Forrest Black show and he was selling those handwritten poems. Granted, they were
very expensive.
They were over $100.
Very, but like the concept is cool.
The concept is very cool, but I think asking that much money,
I don't know how
for something.
I would be interested to see how many of those he sold,
right,
and like how many people actually paid that much.
Right, like they were all unique. Not one was the same.
Yeah,
but it's just like, especially when you're coming to a smaller venue like the Grog Shop,
right?
That the people only paid like $20 to get in the door. They're probably not going to spend $100 on a home.
Right.
So
yes, I agree with that. But the concept is cool. If they could only, if it was a little less.
I wish more bands did something where it was like they created it and it's unique and not just like a t-shirt.
Right. Or even like just like signed photos or something.
Right.
I don't know.
I think, have you ever done VIP? Because I feel like VIP, like you get that stuff normally included.
I've not.
We should do that, like when we have an artist that we both really like, that we're like,
yes.
I've never met a famous person though.
You have not?
I've never met like any, like even like a local celebrity. Like I've never met anybody in that capacity, so I don't know how I would.
I try to play really cool.
Well, we know how that goes.
Every time I meet someone or see someone I know, I'm just like,
what?
Is that someone I know? I don't know. Let me awkwardly like lean in and look at them really deeply.
Crunch my nose and stare at them.
No, but yes, I try to play it. So that first concert I went to, I met Jimmy Wayne.
Okay.
And it was like it was like a trailer part to like the outdoor, because it was at like a state fair.
Yeah.
So it was like a trailer in the back, and it was like it had furniture in it. God, I think I'm pretty sure I met him because he signed my t-shirt. Okay. Yes, he signed my t-shirt. But yeah, it was cool. He was nice. I was also like 12 or 13 when I saw him, so I don't know. I could be just blind, but I feel like I just like get quiet and I try to act cool. I always thought it was weird when people would like scream and like, I'm like, these are humans too.
Right.
Like,
yeah, I would never react in that.
Like you would get like I could see getting like nervous or getting like, but like I could not just be like,
yeah, no, like, no, absolutely not.
If that were me, like on the other side of it, I'd be like, really,
yeah.
Why?
Right.
But like, yeah, I don't know.
But we should do VIP eventually.
Yeah.
Because that would be, I know, like,
that would be fun.
You get like a little show before.
You get to like meet them or something.
You normally get like a merch bag.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be down for that.
But yeah, so yeah, I'm not a big merch person. Plus, I'm just like,
makes sense.
I'm purging in life in general with all the stuff, so I don't want to collect more stuff.
Understandable.
Which is hard because I do want to have stuff from those shows, but.
Have you gone through your Beanie Babies?
Listen, I knew this was going to get brought up at some point. I have not touched my Beanie Babies. I've had this conversation so many times. Like, I'm never going to display them.
Right. But you can't get rid of them.
But
I'm going to get you one.
Don't give me more.
We can just display them.
Display them.
I'll bring some Lego
put
sets over and we
Okay.
can just display all of our stuff.
I'm good with that. We'll
Okay.
just put a new one out every show and it'll just go on forever. That's how many.
And
I
then this
have.
whole room will just be covered with Legos and TY products. So perfect.
No, I have not purged the Beanie Babies. There's part of me that wants to just because they're just sitting in plastic containers
Yeah.
and I'm never going to do anything with them, but
Yeah.
they're also very special to me for many reasons.
Yeah.
So,
Makes sense.
but I have a lot of things like that though that are very special to me that I'm just like
You can't get rid of.
get rid of, but they're not serving a purpose in my life.
Yes.
So it's just like, do I want to?
I have all my Bratz dolls still.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's cool though.
I know. I once went through it with like all the clothes and stuff, and I was like, oh my God, this is just bringing back my childhood memories.
But you have a niece now, so.
Oh, I could give it to her one day.
Yeah. Or at least have them for.
When she comes over.
Yeah.
I still have my one, like the first ever Bratz doll I got, the head came off of it, and like I just shoved it back on, so like she has like no neck, and you can't move her head or else it comes off again.
Oh, how did it come off to begin with?
I don't know. I probably
came
just
off?
I did a lot of head
Oh.
maneuvering and like, or I was like brushing her hair too hard or something. I don't know, some kid stuff. She was probably the one like the Barbie. Have you seen Barbie? You have not.
I have not seen the Barbie movie. I have it on my list. I have it on my list on Netflix.
In the Barbie movie, there's a weird Barbie, and it's the Barbie that gets played with too hard. So like drawn on and like haircut and like
Oh yeah. Probably
it's
how
paid,
many Barbies
it's
look.
played by who is it played by? What's her name? The one girl from SNL. She's
Oh, that could-
funny.
That could be 10 million
I
people.
know. Oh, it's not Kristen Wiig. It's I can't remember. Anyway, but yeah, it's like weird. She was like my weird Bratz doll.
Okay.
I just played a little too hard with her. just did a
Kel,
little
be
ripped
careful.
off her head. It's fine.
People, Kelsey's very dangerous.
Yeah, with my dolls. But anyway,
But you've gotten merch.
I have. But like I know it's not worth it.
Right.
But like I did get a t-shirt from Dax and I wear it to bed regularly.
Oh.
Along with my pre-made shirts from like the 24 and 24 of other people. Like actual people that I'm friends with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you bought Bitch Seats vinyl record.
I did. I really like the like album, like the cover work that was on it, like the artwork.
It's very pretty.
It's like pink and purple and like almost like trippy.
Yeah.
So like I put it with my other ones and displayed it.
Yeah. It's definitely a nice record to display.
Yeah. So I did that. I don't know. I don't think I got anything else. I think I got the Dax shirt.
You got a shirt at Newfound Glory, didn't you?
Oh, yes. Another one. So like the Dax one and the Dax one. The Dax one and then the Newfound Glory one I got in like a 2X. And I wear them to bed.
Yeah.
They're like
It's
a
nice
good
to have a
Yeah. But I thought the Newfound Glory one was actually like a well-made one. Even though it's still like probably was $5, right? It was a long sleeve, so maybe $4 or $5. But like like it was like it's a good quality one. Like it's like I feel like it was made decently.
Right.
If you know what I mean?
Yeah. Right.
Dax one was okay. But it's the t-shirt.
Right.
You know. The usual. But yeah, I don't usually get a lot of merch either.
Yeah. I feel like we always check it out at the smaller venues.
Mm-hmm.
The Agora
To
sometimes.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a line. So.
Yeah. But the Agora is nice because they have like that little like ledge area that you can like stand on and like look at all the merchandise without being in line and like having to wait. You're just looking. And then if you don't see anything that you like, then you can just leave.
Yeah. Then you're not standing in line just to look at things.
Just to be like,
or not
never mind.
anything. Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Agreed. So yeah. That was the Band Camino. Do you have any other facts and fun stuff to talk about? Because I know you love them.
I love them. I loved that show so much.
Yeah, it was a good one.
That was my favorite song. favorite
out of
show
everything last year.
last year.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't think so. It's other than the drunk people, it was a very solid,
It was
enjoyable
yeah.
show.
I just really like the Agora.
Mm-hmm.
I say
Yeah.
that regularly.
The
but
Agora was a nice spot for them.
It was a good size. It was.
Yeah.
It was. Yes. I don't think they would have done. I think it would have been too much at the grog shop.
Oh yeah.
Where else do we go? Oh,
Mahal's and Roxy. Roxy would have been too small.
it's too. Yeah.
And then like
I think that's it.
downtown, I would say the Gund Arena, but it's
Oh.
what is it now? Didn't they just change the name
Quicken
again?
Loans? No, the Q.
The Q, but they just changed the name. Oh, it's Rocket So they changed
Rocket
it.
Mortgage Fieldhouse.
They changed it now. It's Rocket Arena.
Rocket Arena?
Rocket Arena now. I know. I still call it the Gund. That's showing my age though.
The Gund and the Jake. Forever.
Yes. Yeah. But that would have just been they probably could have filled that up, but I feel like it wouldn't have been an as meaningful show.
Now, and there's actually I have seen shows at the Wolstein Center.
Have you?
So like they'll do it there. So that's like Rocket Mortgage, but small. It's a little smaller.
Yeah.
So I feel like if they were to, I don't know if they would do I don't know if they'd fill up the Rocket Mortgage one.
Probably not.
That's really big. I think that the next one up would probably be the Wolstein Center.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they would do decent there. I don't know how packed it would be though.
Right. I mean, I wouldn't venture to guess if you see them at a larger.
Right. Or even if they opened with some, I feel like they could open for like a bigger, like a bigger band or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was a good show all around.
It was a great show.
Mm-hmm.
Their music is just so good.
Mm-hmm. And that was the show we left before the. Did we see the intermission or the last part?
We stayed for the encore.
We did stay.
Mm-hmm.
Which one did we leave? There was one we left.
State champs. Champs we left for because that was the one that it was Daisy Grenade, and then it was Meet Me at the Altar, and then Knuckle Puck, and then State Champs.
Oh, that was a really long.
It was a really long show. I mean, it was nice to hear all the different artists, but I would rather hear longer sets and hear artists.
Agreed.
Because it was a really, really long show.
Yeah, and then like the pauses between each band for like the transition, and like it just felt very. What time I think it started at what, like 6?
It was an earlier show because I think it was.
Maybe it was 5.
Was it a Sunday night show?
I don't remember.
I gotta look it up now because now I want to know.
Yeah, but that was a long show for sure. I definitely prefer 2 over more than 2.
Right. It was a Sunday night show. So normally when it's a Sunday night or a weeknight show at the Agora, they do start it earlier, like 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
But we didn't get out of there until after 11 because State Champs, they were so good.
Right.
But they played for a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And then they went, they teased goodbye like most artists do.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, we were both just like, we can't do anymore.
We have to work tomorrow.
Yes.
It's too late already.
Yes. So we did not stay for their encore, but we did stay for the Band Camino's encore.
We did.
I didn't want to leave.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Like normally I'm like, okay, I'm ready to go now.
Yeah.
And
do you remember what they sang? I don't remember.
I don't remember either. It was so good.
They played a couple songs too, right at the end? Or am I thinking State Champs? We weren't there for State Champs.
We didn't see their encore.
I feel like they played like 2 or 3 songs after they came back.
They played a lot, and then they even stayed out on stage for a little bit after.
Yes.
Like normally, like
they just leave.
They are rushing off the stage because they're exhausted, and then they got to get packed up and get to the next place they're going. But
yeah,
they genuinely, you can tell, like you said earlier, they genuinely enjoy what they're doing.
Right. Yes,
like
they do.
That's what they're meant to be doing. So,
sure.
But I would guess that they're going to be playing even bigger.
I think
shows
they
in
have
the
the
future.
ability of doing that. Yes,
Mhm.
for sure.
And there's probably like people like me that enjoy their music or that type of music, but they haven't found them yet.
Uh-huh. Oh God, excuse me. Sorry, I'm not.
Kelsey needs a nap.
Yeah, I need a nap. I'm struggling today.
Or she's bored by my talking.
No, never. Oh, what was I gonna say? Oh, can we just really quick talk about their logo?
The apple?
Yeah. What? So is that it?
Bruises. But yeah, they had a bunch of crates with apples. I'm sure they're not real on stage though.
That would have been way too expensive. Fruit
Fresh
and
apples
veggies
at fresh apples at every show.
like, okay, you know how people used to like throw eggs? Do you do that anymore? Because I feel like they're so
No.
expensive.
I went to Sam's Club this morning and they only have pasture raised eggs, which is what I normally get
Mhm.
anyways.
Mhm.
But it was a max of
Yeah.
2, which there's
How much
ways
were they?
around. They're like, well, it's Sam's Club, so they're like $7, but that's for
Double the amount of
that's
what
for
grocery stores is.
18.
Yeah.
That's for 18, not a dozen.
Yeah, I was looking at where was I? I was at Walmart and they had like eggs for like $5, $6, $7, $8, and I'm like, where? What?
Yeah. But if you can go to Sam's Club or Costco or
Yeah.
even if you go to Whole Foods, their pasture raised eggs, I think I got 18 of them for like $9, which is expensive for eggs, but they're pasture raised. And that's
Right.
18, not 12.
Right.
But or find a local farmer's market
Mm-hmm. Or get a friend that has eggs.
or that.
My friend does that, and I sent her a one of those reels. There's like my friend who has chickens and gets her own eggs, just like strolling through, like super excited because she doesn't have to pay that much money. I'm like, that's
Right.
very accurate. I
Right.
feel like they're really expensive. I was at another store and I saw a box of cereal
Oh boy.
for $8.50, not a family size, like
Yeah.
like a normal box. I'm like, where do we live?
Right. And it's basically just sugar in that box
Mhm.
anyways.
Mhm.
So I have
Sugar and all these other stuff you don't need in your body.
I have not had cereal in years.
That's probably good. It's probably it's really bad
I
for you.
mean, like I love me some Captain Crunch
Mm-hmm.
with the
Oh, yeah.
berries in them.
Yeah.
Or even when they brought the Oreo O's back.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Like like for a good like just like a snack. Yes, I could see that.
Yeah.
I like dry cereal.
Like Honey Nut Cheerios, just eating them.
I do that. I will buy 1 or 2 boxes of Honey Nut Cheerios and eat them plain.
I like to eat them like if I'm sick or whatever and I
Mhm.
just need to eat something, but I know it's not gonna.
It's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
But yeah, it's the apple back to
See, now it makes more sense because it's called Bruises.
it's called Bruises.
That makes sense.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
One of their songs is called Bruises, so that was like their thing was
That makes sense now. I was like, what is their logo? A tomato? And now it's an apple.
it did kind of look like tomatoes sitting up there. But
And like, isn't there a cartoon one? Don't they have like a cartoon
yes,
logo?
on some of their merch, they have like the apple drawing, I believe. Maybe. I swear I've seen it before. They have a wagon with apples in it.
Oh yes, yes,
Oh yeah, that apple?
yes. That's
Yeah,
it.
on the hat. An apple a day.
An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Does it?
Mm, probably not our apples since they're sprayed with who knows what.
Truth. Truth.
But yes, their merch is very fun. And this show, a lot of people were wearing their merch to the show,
Oh yeah, I do remember that.
which that's not a normal thing that I've ever seen. Like normally you'll have like 1 or 2 people that you'll see that they have
Yeah, they had
some
like
merch.
all of it was
A lot of people were decked out in their merch. It's like, did you order this before you came to the show?
Sometimes I feel like people will like travel and go see them at other places.
Right. I'd freaking travel anywhere to see them.
Do you know where I wonder where they were like before Cleveland. Like if they were close. Like if they were in Pittsburgh or like
Or if they came from
Chicago or
Columbus
like
something.
Columbus, yeah.
I don't even know if they have their tour information on their website anymore, to be honest with you. It was the Taking Shape tour.
So they were in Fort Wayne, Indiana the night before.
Which isn't. Is that a? How far is
It's
that?
like, I want to
You
say
said Fort Worth.
Yeah, I want to say it's like 4 hour drive, maybe 3-4 hour drive.
Fort Worth, Indiana. I feel like there's a. This is band geek stuff. I feel like there's a drum corps from there. I don't know though. Worth, Indiana. Indiana. Ugh. I'm getting a call right now from Ideal Image.
Really? Have you been there before?
I have not, but I was like looking at. I was looking. Okay. So hear me out. I don't care. I could care less about my appearance. I was looking at Botox only because of my headaches.
Okay.
Because
So
they
valid
use
reason.
that. Yeah. And I talked to them once and they said they don't do it for that. Like, Ideal
you'd have to
Image is only for like actual, like
Cosmetic.
physical cosmetic,
Yeah.
stuff. And I was like, okay, but they still continue to call me.
Oh.
So, whatever.
Don't they do
Fun
laser
fact.
hair removal too?
I think so. They do like all that stuff. Yeah.
Interesting.
I'll just give them your phone number and have them call you from now on.
Okay, thanks.
Don't worry, I won't.
I mean, I'd totally be down for that, but
Right?
it's expensive.
Yeah, it is expensive. I know. And I was looking at like the Botox and like they also have like I don't know if they do. I was looking at another place, but like permanent makeup. I also thought about doing that.
I could never do that.
No?
No. Like
I feel like it would be terrifying that they're so close to like your eyes and stuff.
Right. Well,
but also how nice would it be to never have to put any like eyeliner on?
Right. But then what happens if you don't want to have it on? You know? It's like you can't take it off.
But what if you only put like a little bit? Like so you just always have like a nice little.
I don't know. It's like people that get like permanent lipstick.
Yeah, I don't think I'd like that.
Then you look like you're always like
you always have like bright ass lips. You're like in your pajamas.
But your face doesn't match, you know?
Right.
You're being casual, but then your face isn't matching.
No, agreed. So anyway, that was my Ideal Image story.
But yeah, they were in Fort Wayne the night before.
That's what I was doing.
So they were in Fort Wayne the night before and then Royal Oak before that. So they had 3 days in a row.
Oh, I said Fort Worth. That's it. That's Texas.
Yeah, Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Fort Wayne is 3.5 hours from here.
Okay.
That's not bad.
Oh, and then they had a break and then they went to Florida after that.
That's a little more of a drive.
They did not have a lot of stops on this tour. Like they only toured from July 8th to August 4th.
So like a month.
Yeah, so.
Fort Wayne, Fort Worth. I was thinking Fort Worth.
Oh, no, it's Fort Wayne. So I don't know. Hope for them that they do another tour and they make it even bigger because I feel like there's a lot of people out there that would enjoy their music. And if you don't know their music, you need to go listen to it.
Yes, agreed. Yes, they were good. I approve. So, would you see Knox again?
Yes. Absolutely. Would you see Max again?
Yes.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
Totally. I really liked his vibe.
Yeah, he's so fun.
Mm-hmm.
And so good, and his music's so good.
Yes. Yeah. And he has like fun songs, and now I get to hear his song every day at work now. So.
And you didn't know it.
And I didn't know that it was his, but now I do. Now I do.
How about the band Camino? Would you see them again?
I would.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, they put on a long, nice show.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Danielle? Is that a no?
I don't. Yes.
Yeah. 100%.
I will see them every time they come to town or they get remotely close. Yes. Like if they're gonna be in Columbus or they're gonna be in Pittsburgh. Heck, if they come to Cincinnati, I might make that 5-hour drive.
5-hour drive. Yeah. Cool.
Yes, every single time. So on the scale of 1 to 5 microphones, or we could always do a 0, I guess.
0 to 5.
If we wanted to.
Are we ever gonna do a 0? Probably not.
I don't.
Unless they're like really.
The show would have to be really, really bad.
Really just a train wreck. Like things catch on fire. Like
lot of drunk people, like awful,
bad.
to get a 0.
Random guys hitting on us, like,
Yes.
you know, would have to be real bad.
Yes.
Yes, agreed. So how many microphones do you think? 0 out of 5.
Mine, okay, I know I gave a 5 to the last show too, and it might seem like I'm just throwing 5s out to every single one of these shows, but
Throwing them out too easy.
this 100% was a 5. Like, if I could give more than 5, I would
You'd give it
more.
like a 6
Yes,
out of 5.
absolutely. Or like 1,000.
1,000. Wow. I like it. That's how much it meant to you.
It was just a really special show.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's just like I felt all that music really deeply at that show.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a good
deeply.
one.
So
yeah, I could tell you were definitely feeling it.
I was feeling it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How about you? How many microphones? I know.
I'm not gonna throw out those 5s.
Kelsey's being stingy. With
I am being stingy. My goal is to only give a 5 out to people who I really thought deserved it. Which these guys deserve it, but I'm saying preference-wise for me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna give them a 4. But once again, I have no bad things to say about it.
It's like a 4+.
It's a 4+. Good length of show. I like that there were only 2 people.
Yeah.
I thought they went well together.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was just a good pick on putting them together and then making that show work.
Right.
I think both people had good lighting, good, stage presence. They were very interactive with people and like
very.
Yeah. So yeah, I would give it a 4+.
So you don't have to don't say an artist.
Mm-hmm.
But out of all the shows that we went to last year,
Mm-hmm.
other than Dax, because
Mm-hmm.
you already gave a 5, was there any other artist? Don't say who they were, but was there any other artist or show that?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you think you know?
No.
No. Okay. Well, it's a surprise.
Yeah, I do.
You
Probably.
do?
Yeah.
How about you? Oh, just kidding. You've given all 5s?
Listen, I'm just that's just all 5s.
Do you have any groups or concert, like the whole count? I would say, do you have any bands individually that you would rate them?
That I would
Don't
rate
say
them?
who they are. Just that you would rate them low.
Individual bands?
Yeah, just one band.
Oh, absolutely.
2? If it's just one band, I think I know who it is.
You think you know who it is?
Mhm.
Hold on. I gotta look at my list. There were so many.
There were so many. We will have a show where we talk about
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's probably actually a couple more.
like would you give any of them a 1? I would give one band a 1.
Yeah.
We won't say
Yeah.
names, but yeah.
You'll find out about it when we talk
I'm
about
sure.
them.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's at least one that I would give a 1 to.
Yeah.
It's
Agreed. Just was not
to say they're necessarily bad, because
I feel like they were just new, and they you could tell that they were not comfortable together as much as others.
Right.
I guess is the word.
Right. Like a band, the members have to have that chemistry.
Yes.
And be comfortable with one another and know their presence, and
Right.
the vibe has to be right and whatnot. And
yes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But yeah, this was my favorite show of the year. So
yeah,
I had to give it a 5.
100%.
But I don't think there's going to be any other 5s.
For you?
For a while. For me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
What do we have? Who do we have? We have a couple coming up. We won't say who, because this is a surprise.
It is?
Sure.
News to me.
We don't want to give away everyone we've done. So we've done.
So we did Dax.
Ooh.
We did
episode 9. That's not going to be a.
Okay, I might have just lied to everyone. I'm sorry. I take that back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there might be.
I'm gonna say I have 1 or 2 5s coming.
See, so here's another thing of, okay, we're rating a show. There is at least one show where I thought one artist is a 5,
Mm-hmm.
but then the
The
other
others
ones
weren't.
aren't. So
Mhm.
it's gonna bring down my score of the entire show.
Oh,
So,
true.
but yeah, there's gonna be one more 5. I spoke too soon on not giving any more 5s because there will be another 5 pretty soon.
Yes, for sure.
Absolutely.
Cool. So that
But-
was our show about Knox and the band Camino, Danielle's favorite.
My favorite.
Yeah, and that is what we have for you today, and we look forward to seeing you next time.
See you next time.
And check out these bands.
Yes,
Please do. They're great. We'll tag them too.
you'll love them.
Mm-hmm. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
We hope you enjoyed this week's episode. Come back for more awkward millennial concert adventures. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and be sure to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Threads at Post Concert High. Be on the lookout for future episodes on YouTube.